How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar with
Adjectiveless Alicia.
What are you doing down here, kid? I asked you to be here. Yeah, her mommy. Who's your mommy?
Melanie.
And what's her adjective?
Astonishing Melanie.
Astonishing Melanie is getting her hair done. So today, my daughter's joining me for a little while. You know, I told her for a little bit, about an hour or so, then I can go solo because this is a lot of work. And I'm going to be paying you, though, right? And like, what do you want? Pokemon cards? Is that what we decided on?
Toys.
Toys. You want toys. Okay. So, yes, welcome to your Saturday morning stream. If you live overseas or if you are in another time zone, good morning, good evening, and good Sunday. She ain't got her hair did yet, Jet. She's getting her hair done so far. But yes, this is, I guess we're Omsia, right?
Yeah.
So she's learning to pick comments here. So I told her how to pick comments. And yes, good morning, Omar and Alicia. Thank you so much. I did not shrink. I had to raise her little chair up so she could be at eye level here with the camera. All right, Alicia, what's the best and worst Mega Man game?
My favorite Mega Man game is Mega Man 9. And my least favorite is probably 11. It's in 3D.
Not a fan of that either. Yeah. What about music? What's got the best music? What Mega Man has the best music?
2.
It's your choice. You could choose
3. I like
3.
5.
5, really? Hey, Glenn, how are you? Steve, how you doing, buddy? Alicia, you look awesome. Thank you for coming on. Look at that. Aren't people sweet?
You.
Derek, what's up, buddy? Yo, I'm kind of new to comics. Could you recommend some mostly DC? Sure. I can tell you like Joker. So let's go with some Batman. If you've not read The Killing Joke, masterpiece to this day. Batman Year One, a must for anybody that's trying to get into Batman. Scott Snyder's run is accessible and really easy to get into for new readers, and that's the New 52 era of Batman. And Tower of Babel. I got to go with my buddy BJ Kicks for it. That's such a good pick. If you want to get into other things outside of Batman and see how big the world of DC is, Tower of Babel, right?
Yeah.
This kid, man. This kid's going places. Hey, Omar and Alicia, where does the time go? Omar, kids get so big. Yeah, the first video that we did together, oh my goodness, I think it was 5-6 years ago. It was whenever we were giving away, I think I've always given away things. It was the Guardians of the Galaxy Omnibus, and you were so little and all over the place. Phil Owens, really? Doesn't even have a symbiote in it, buddy. 9, Glutton for Punishment. Yep, 2 has the best music. Look at that. Yeah, 9 is rough, Alicia. That's a tough one, but it's a good one too. Is that the one with Splash Woman? Or is it 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't remember if 10 or 9 had Splash Woman. Have you all seen Merry Little Batman on Amazon yet? Kid friendly. No, we haven't. I think we haven't seen a lot of Christmas movies this year. We saw National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, and then Mommy wants to watch Muppet Christmas Carol, which is her favorite. Mm-hmm. And my favorite is, it's tough between Scrooge and, Scrooge is good. And Mickey's Christmas Carol. Mickey's Christmas Carol is a classic. Good evening. It's 12:03 here in Brunei. Smash that Brunei. I think. Look, her reading skills are amazing. Read comics with your kids. Anybody who has kids, nieces, nephews, seriously, it helps. Right now, what are you currently reading?
I'm reading Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Stanley was throwing out the heavy dialogue there and big words. You were like, what's this? And I'm like, oh man, we're gonna have to work on this one. But you're doing really well for 12. Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas. We did watch that, didn't we? Yeah. We did watch that, man. Alicia, which upcoming Mighty Marvel Masterworks are you looking forward to the most? What was your favorite one?
I like Doctor Strange.
So yeah, probably some more Doctor Strange is what she's liking. Reading is exercise for your brain. Absolutely. Does Alicia speak Español better than... Hey, now, come on now. Tú no hablas español, pero tú entiendes todo lo que digo, ¿no?
Sí.
Okay. Yeah. So she doesn't speak Spanish, but she understands Spanish, which is really cool if you think about like how fast your brain has to translate things and then still reply back. So, ¿cuántos años tienes? You can say it in English.
12.
Okay. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños?
December 8th.
Okay, there you go. See, it's like that. So she understands Spanish, but she doesn't speak it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. All is well. All is well. Good, man. Happy Saturday. Good morning, Omar, Alicia. Hope all is well. Oh, hope all is well. Alicia, when are you and your sister taking over the channel? What about that? You ever want to take over?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow they're going to take over. It's going to be the kids. We'll do a kids takeover. I think Nickelodeon used to do that. Maybe it was MTV. One of those channels used to do it. Kenny, how are you, buddy? How are you doing? Hello, Alicia. Hello, Omar. Hello, everybody. Has Alicia read much DC? You read some, like the Satana little book and the Catwoman little book. Oh, but what was yours and your sister's favorite growing up?
Tiny Titans.
Tiny Titans. Remember we used to do voices for the characters? Who was your favorite?
I liked the Kid Flash.
Yeah, he was goofy. And Robin?
Yeah.
Remember when Damian Wayne showed up too in those? That's so weird. Then the Red Hood showed up in those. Oh, they're awesome. Hey, how are you, man? Let her read Judge Dredd or Judge. Yeah, remember that joke, the Judge Judy joke?
What?
When I said who's your favorite judge, you said Judy. That was you, kiddo. Actually, her sister, who is now 14, my gosh, is reading Judge Dredd. She took some of my essentials, so she's got two of them up there. So you want to click on these comments? Let me. So those are super chats, is what those are. So you click on it. All right, here we go. Alicia, who is your favorite Mega Man, or should I say Rockman bad guy robot? Who's your favorite?
I have two. I like Iceman and Tornado Man.
Tornado Man?
Yeah.
Which one's he from?
9.
Oh, okay. I knew that. Hey, if I want to read Dan Abnett Guardians of the Galaxy run, do I have to read the Annihilation crossovers first? You have to? No, but you'll want to. They are so good. They are so good. Like Annihilation, Conquest, War of the Kings. That trilogy to me is a masterpiece. I love it. And to me, I mean, and everybody varies, right? Some people will be like, oh, Annihilation is the best. Some will say, Annihilation feels like you're reading a war story, like in space. It's done so well. Now, keep in mind, that's before Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning took over the books. They did a couple of things. And then, of course, the second round with Annihilation Conquest is when they really came in strong. That was mainly Keith Giffen. But for me, Annihilation Conquest was my favorite because it introduces to the new Guardians of the Galaxy. So at the very least, you can read Annihilation Conquest. But I definitely recommend reading Annihilation first. That's just my 2 cents. Read Miracle Man by Alan Moore. Me? Or did you read it? Are you talking to me or my daughter? It's going to be some time before she does. Omar, Alicia, teach you how to finally talk pretty today? Starting with geography. Yeah, she corrects me more than her mom. No, I don't know. Who corrects me more, you or mommy?
Both.
Both of you, yeah. Good morning, Omar and Alicia from Texas. Just scored a major haul at half-price books this week, getting X-Men Mutant Massacre, Fall of the Mutants, and the Inferno Prelude. Oh, congratulations. Those are some of my favorite stories. Fall of the Mutants is my favorite X-Men crossover. Alicia, aw, you're just too cute. Adorable. Like her father.
You.
Just like Poppy, right?
Yeah.
Alicia, have you and your sister read Super Sons? That's a good question. You haven't read those yet.
No.
Not yet. I'd like for them to. Your sister's reading X-Men God Loves, Man Kills, The Judge Dredd, and she's finishing out Goodnight Poom Poom. You're reading Silver Surfer, which we need to do. Oh, I need to edit that Namor video. You guys recorded that last month. And I'm so far behind. Heard Wonka's really good. I did too, by the way. I did too. Omar, Alicia knows more about Mega Man. Shut up, Lionheart.
I do.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you probably do. What video games did you enjoy the most this year? What did you like this year?
Magical Drop 6.
Yeah, my kids like obscure video games, man. Like, they wanted a physical copy of Magical Drop 6. I love that. They're a lot like their father. And what are we currently playing together that we yell each other at?
Super Mario Wonder.
Super Mario Wonder is a family-friendly game if you want to choke the life out of your family because we get into arguments. Alicia, what are you doing over? Quit running around, Alicia. And then your sister, it's like, oh, just stop. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I mean, is that not family bonding though? I mean, it's wonderful. Omar, I meant to ask last night, have you read? No, I haven't. I just got it in the mail. The Riddler Year One by Paul Dano. I haven't read it yet. Omar, what would be the first Batman? Here, baby, you can choose questions. What would be the first Batman omnibus do you think DC will announce for 2024? I'm pretty sure they tend to stick to modern stuff. You know, Batman and Robin Eternal was a huge surprise. Maybe Detective Comics by Tony Daniel, Francis Manapul, something like that from the New 52 era. And or maybe even Tom King Batman Volume 1. That's what I'm expecting. Hey, that's our buddy Bar. Alicia, great to see you here.
Hi.
She said, well, good job. Let's get these questions. I would really like to read all my X-Men and New 52 omnibuses in order. If only there was a guy who could make reading orders and bookmarks. Oh, wait, just omnis? I could do that. If you just want omnis, I thought you wanted everything like epics and trades. That would have been a nightmare. But if you just want omnis, you want to help me make some bookmarks? You can draw the picture.
Yeah.
And I'll put the list on the back. Okay. Hi, Omar and Alicia. Does God Loves Man Kills Gallery Edition will get a reprint anytime soon? No announcements for any gallery editions getting reprints. I'm sorry. So not yet anyway. By the way, Alicia, nice glasses. Clear frames look so cool. She chose those. Saw Boy and the Heron last week. Looks like it made the first American box office last week. First Ghibli movie to do so in America. Yeah, it made #1 last week, which is huge news. I mean, we've come a long way from obscure things like, well, obscure for the time, Princess Mononoke when it got a theatrical release. Even with Neil Gaiman writing the American script of that, it didn't do that well. Even Spirited Away, which won an Oscar, didn't do that well. And yeah, you liked it, didn't you? The Boy and His Heron?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, we went to see it last week. It was good. Magical Drop is amazing. What's your favorite magical drop?
The Fool.
No. What magical drop do you like?
2 or 3.
Okay, 2 or 3. Yeah, so she loves magical drop so much that I had to import plushies from Japan for her Christmas gifts last year.
Lydia got the most of them. I got the Fool.
You got Fool. Yeah. Alicia, if your dad was a Pokemon, what would his name be and what type of Pokemon would he be? The sillier answer, the better.
His type would be...
Go ahead. How do you see your father?
Ground.
Ground?
I don't know.
Fire! All right, go ahead. What would my name be then? If I was a ground Pokemon?
Ground and Fire.
Okay, Ground and Fire. Ooh, yeah, I like that. What would my Pokemon name be?
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. I like that. There you go. Comic-Con with like big muscles and like 4 arms that shoot fireballs and stones at people. Sure. Good question. Newt. Yeah, what's up? That's right, Pingu. She knows. Does the Batman New 52 Omnibus worth buying, and does it contain the tie-ins? Batman New 52 Omnibus is the Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo Omnibus. Is it worth buying? I think most people that have read it absolutely would say yes. Does it contain the tie-ins? It does not contain any Batman Eternal, nor Batman and Robin Eternal. If you're talking about like Death of the Family, it doesn't have that crossover with everybody else either. It just contains the Batman issues. But honestly, that's all you need. What's up, buddy? What is your opinion of comic book creators and or filmmakers with movies altering their original work? It's funny. I talked to Chris Claremont on Thursday, and he mentioned, he's like, if I could go back. And he didn't answer because he went on to talk about something else. But I was like, are you saying you would not Steven Spielberg, but George Lucas, your original X-Men, like some of the things that you did? I think he would do things differently. I don't know. It's hard for me to say, right? Because I think we're so used to something being part of our zeitgeist, like, part of our not just pop culture, but honestly part of who we are. We've got lines memorized, we've got scenes memorized. So going back and doing director's cuts of certain movies, yeah, I always think of like Lucas, right? What he did with the Star Wars special editions. Because as a kid, I had things certain way, including the Chub Chub song from Ewoks. If you old enough to remember those, I don't think. Oh my gosh, I think the special edition DVDs were the last time we saw the original ones uncut, and they had the transfer from the Laserdisc. But at the end of the day, it's their vision, right? So who am I to complain or say anything? So yeah, so I'm okay with it. I guess it doesn't. How about this, Kenny? It doesn't take away from my experience or the things that I love about the original. Good morning, Omar and Alicia. It's freezing in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm packing for a trip to visit my in-laws in Florida. I'm taking Where the Body Was and Hip Hop Family Album. What else should I pack? What does Poppy pack when he goes on trips?
Omnibus.
He packs Omnibus. That's right. Super Sons. Take Super Sons if you haven't read. I think you've read that already, though, Chris. What was it that you hadn't read? Take the Young Justice Omnibus. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Could you recommend me a manga, please? You or me? Me or you? Who are we talking about, Elon? Both of us. Okay, you go first. What's your favorite?
I don't know.
Do you like Yotsuba more than...
I like Azumanga Daioh.
Azumanga Daioh is a good choice. That's a good choice. Spriggan. There you go. That's random. Didn't see that coming, did you, Elon? Hi, you two. So awesome to see you. Awesome for you to be here. Batman Silver Age Volume 2 coming out next year for sure. Question mark? Or is that a statement? Because if it should be in the reprint of maybe the Golden Age stuff too. I've only recently gotten into DC Comics after reading Marvel and indie comics for years. I've read Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, am I going to be totally lost? Oh, if I read Crisis on Infinite Earths, I'll be honest with you. My first DC comic was Crisis number 8. I love the cover, and I just wanted to see what was going on. I was confused, but that confusion helped my brain wonder what else is out there. What could this be? And it made me more and more curious, so I love it. My thoughts on Morrison's Multiplicity? I'm a big fan of it. I'm so glad they included a map in that Absolute Edition. It's absolutely amazing. If you don't mind multiverses, it's a lot of fun, but I think, there are a lot of people that are burned out on multiverses, not just because of the comics, but also the movies. Let me see this for a second, my love. Let's see. Do you ever wish there's a big store of omnis to browse through and buy? You come to my basement. Oh, but you can't buy though. This is the Batman New 52 worth buying. Oh, yes, I answered that already. And I answered Ryan. And should get your kids a couple of arcade one-up machines for real old school gaming. I purchased Mortal Kombat since it has Joust, Defender, and Galaga. Simpsons, we did that one, yeah. So we like old school beat 'em ups like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Simpsons. We love arcade games. That's not actually, Bruce, that's a really good idea. Where will we put it? Upstairs? Like in that little corner where mommy likes to keep the Christmas tree, and we're like, sorry, mommy, not this year. We got an arcade machine going up there.
Putting the TV upstairs.
Yeah, I think that would be that's a cool idea. I like that. Do you think we'll ever see a proper Alpha Flight Volume 1 and Avengers West Coast 3 from the Byrne Omnis? A proper Alpha Flight Volume 1. Do you mean Alpha Flight John Byrne? Or you mean like a reprint of that as a Volume 1 so we can get the Bill Mantlo era as a Volume 2? I think the time will come. I just started watching the live action One Piece and really enjoyed it. It's my introduction to that world and want more. Would you recommend the manga or the anime? Manga goes by a lot quicker. No fillers, even though the fillers on One Piece are amazing. But it's how I got into it, and I think I made it all the way to 700 and something episodes. Plus, it's a little overwhelming when you tell somebody, oh, you've got over 1,000 episodes of the anime if you want to catch up. You can click whatever you want to, baby.
I don't know.
You don't know what to click? You're so cute. Oh, look who's here.
Hi.
I don't think she can see you.
She's getting her hair done.
Han shot first. That's right. Do you know who Han Solo is?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. What movie is he
He's
from?
Star Wars.
He's Star Wars. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yes, reading order omnibuses to go back and forth. All new X-Men, related New Mutants, Wolverine, and Excalibur, Bats, Superman, Green Lantern, with Justice League, New 52s. Whew, you're giving me a task, but I kind of like it. Yeah, the road cut is good. See, like in this house, we only watch the Aliens director's cut. And in this house, we only watch Lord of the Rings, the director's cut, or the extended cut. We've never, I think outside of the theater, I've only seen the theatrical cut of those movies one time. We all know Mega Man's dog's name is Rush. What is Mega Man's cat's name?
It starts with an S, I think. He's green.
Uh-oh. You stomped her.
Wait. I remember. It don't.
I won't say anything. You keep thinking. Do we know when Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers comes out? Not yet. They haven't announced it. Will Alicia do Walt's Comic Shop?
I think it's Tango or something like
Tango's it. I think it's Tango. Good job. Yes, I'll make her sing. Omar, future evergreen video, manga evergreen, but you can only pick one volume for each to be the best of that manga. So like Case Close Volume 12, one. Oh my gosh. I would have to get my buddy Gio and Riley, if he wants to come on, Tina and Maddie on for that one, because I don't think Peter, or definitely not Jess or Oddfell, read manga. Maybe Lars. I haven't had that combo with him. Yotsuba. Yeah, other fans of Yotsuba. Why is Electro the greatest Spider-Man villain ever?
Because he looks like a Lek Man.
You actually had an answer? I love your work. Much love back to you, Infinite Speed. Remember Space 1999? The episode? Yes, I love that series. Very underrated. They're on YouTube. Really hoping for that Batman Silver Age Volume 2. Hi, Omar. Any news on the upcoming Spider-Man collections? Do I have news? I already announced the big one, right? Which is the Alien Costume Saga. That one is coming out next year. Do I have any? I think I've got just a couple of announcements left. I have to record them. I have one, and my schedule for this week is a bit of a mess, and that's due to the fact that it's the last 2 weeks of the month and the last 2 weeks of the year, and that's usually when I do my crunch time reading. So I can't do like that. What I will do every Saturday stream though is hold up these books. Like normally I do the books, the upcoming collected editions from Marvel Comics, but these are the books that I haven't had time to read because I've been reading other stories or other things, and so I will be more than happy to show them on the Saturday streams for the next 3 weeks, just because I know how my brain is. Because if I get stuck reading these, and by the way, I would have to reread these. So you may see some of these show up like in January videos, but and I feel so bad and guilty for doing that, but I have to give my brain a rest to go ahead and start doing like my top 10 reads, top 10 Marvel Omnis, top 10 collected edition releases, and things like that. So as far as Spider-Man comics, though, Epic Collections is the next announcement. And I've got the list. I haven't shared them with Curtis yet because I don't. I have to get approval from David before I share it, and he hasn't finalized the list yet. So, and the list only has one reprint so far, so it could leave room for more reprints later on. But thank you for the question. Do you have the TMNT Cowabunga collection? We do. We like that. It's who do you play in that game? It's the side scroller beat 'em up.
I don't know which.
Is it April? It's the.
Yeah, I think it's April.
Yeah. Did you enjoy Dark Knight's Death Metal? Got the Dark Knight's Death Metal Omni. I'm thinking about getting that Omni when it comes out. Not as much as I like the first one, the Dark Knight's Metal. Any update on Daredevil by McKay? Mini being at it? No, and I haven't heard back, so I don't know. He's just like 10 times better than Omar at keeping up with the checks. Bar's awful being. He's a horrible person. Omar, I'm going to start reading Batman by Grant Morrison. I'm going to start from the Omnibus Volume 2, but it's going to get confusing. Thinking in addition that I will get Batman and Robin 52. Confusing? Yes, you're about to hit the most confusing part of Batman. The other essential read, though, has to be Final Crisis for you. If you don't get anything else, I'm not sure why you didn't start at 1. 1 is phenomenal, but I don't know. Yeah, it's about to get really confusing. Rito never pulled the trigger. And let's go to Richard. Omar, I was able to get a pretty good haul myself this month. I just got Justice League New 52 Omnibus 1 and 2, Superman Red and Blue hardcover, New Warriors Omni 1, and Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 3. Good choice. Which cover did you get for Spidey 3? Hey, Omar, what's up with Marvel reducing the Predator Omni Volume 2? I think it's a bit overboard myself. I don't think it's a Marvel decision, and that's all I can say. Or that's all I know. And this is just me, though. I don't know for sure. I've only heard. I don't have the physical copy of the book. But it looks like people have shown me that the new content are taking out 2 miniseries. I don't know why, considering they've released things in the past with the same kind of stories. But I also don't know what deal they have with Fox and Disney, with those books. Nor will I get an answer for that. I don't know. But I'll ask, if that's one of the questions that I've been asked to ask Marvel. Good choice for that question.
My favorite Ninja Turtle is Michelangelo. And
what's the second question? We'll read that question out loud.
How bad is Omar at everything?
Who's Omar? I don't ever hear her call me that. How bad is Poppy? All right. Answer honestly.
He's pretty good. In Mario Wonder, he gets mad at me when I die, but when he dies, I don't say anything.
Are you ratting me out?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you are just like your mother. Omar, what are your top 5 Superman stories that need to be read by everyone? Top 5 questions. Brainiac is a masterpiece. I love Man of Steel. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow always brings a tear to my eye. Especially, I love that ending. Infinite Crisis. Maybe Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock is one of the greatest Superman stories ever. It's not really a sequel though. It doesn't feel like a sequel to Watchmen to me. It feels more like a phenomenal. Shows the importance of Superman. Now this is a tough choice. What's left, because there's so much. I almost want to say Man of Steel by John Byrne, but honestly, I really, really like Superman for All Seasons, because Superman for All Seasons isn't a Superman story. It's a Clark Kent story, which makes it one of the very best Superman stories ever. Wait, Alicia, can you beat your father in Street Fighter? I don't think so. No dice. Is there a Gundam omnibus? No, but there are Gundam hardcovers that have come out. You want to read this one, baby?
Good morning, Omar and Alicia. Debating on buying the new Kyle Rayner compendium. I'm not really familiar with him. Have you read the compendium, and what are your thoughts?
I have read the compendium, and I've read this story many, many times because Kyle Rayner is my favorite Green Lantern. It is, to me, an amazing jumping on point because you're looking at the fall of a character that is. I did a video on it. If you want to go back, I talk about some minor spoilers, mainly of Emerald Twilight, which is the 3-issue event that sets up Kyle Rayner as the new Green Lantern. But it is the fall of Hal Jordan, how it happens, and then how Kyle becomes the only Green Lantern and Earth in the universe last hope. And he's not a superhero. He's just a normal dude that likes to draw and gets. Yeah, I love stories like that. Like it's almost like your everyman story, right? Anybody could be this character. And I think that's why characters like that are very relatable. They have a power ring. It could be you. It could be your uncle. It could be your dad that has that ability. Or Iron Man, right? Like why we like characters like Iron Man or Nova. But Kyle is solid. And do I recommend it 100% if you've not read it? It's phenomenal. I know that fans of Hal Jordan hated it at the time when it was coming out. And for a very good reason, but it is still a phenomenal story. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Hey, Omar, I've been trying to get back into reading Ghost Rider, but I don't know which one, Blaze or Danny Ketch. Danny Ketch, man, my love of Kyle Rayner and Danny Ketch shows off how much of the 90s I really love. Yeah, Danny Ketch for me. I love Johnny Blaze, but I like him older and more disgruntled and coming in to train Danny Ketch because he knows what's going to happen when he's taken over by the spirit of vengeance. Love it. So yeah, I got to go with that one, man. Hey, Omar, just started collecting after your channel resparked my interest. I'm going to be getting the Hellboy Omnibus instead of the library editions. What do you call him?
Who?
This word right here, this character.
Bad word boy.
Bad word boy. Does that change the reading order? Thanks. I like the reading order of the monster size bus. What do we call it? What is it called? It's the monster size Hellboy. Or you're talking about the omnibus editions, the softcover omnibus editions, because those are perfect. Those are the best way to read Hellboy. There's nothing wrong with the library editions. They're beautiful, oversized, but they could have tweaked them a little bit better. But the benefit to having the omnibus coming out is that Dark Horse already had all these years of Hellboy to put together in a good reading order, whereas the library editions were coming out as Hellboy was still coming out, if that makes sense. Standard is a good choice. I love that cover. It's a beautiful homage cover. Omar, will you sit down with the family and watch the Christmas classic Star Wars holiday special? Yeah, they did
Star Wars.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. It's not a bad idea. I make them watch a lot of bad things that I enjoy, though. But you can go ahead and pick the next question, baby. Omar, read Batman Year 2 last night, and I have to say, it's not that bad. The JoJo parts were weird. I love that. Should be the blurb on the back of the book. It's not that bad. I love Year 2. I will fight to the end. Die on that hill. Love it. What's up, Project Viking? Perhaps the missing parts were moved to Aliens versus Predator. Yeah, I don't know why they're moving, or like I said, I don't have the book, and I'll ask since so many people have asked me. And let's see, do the girls speak Spanish? Somebody asked that earlier. Ellos no hablan, pero ellos entienden español.
Sí.
¿Por qué no hablas español? You can answer in English.
Oh, no.
Ay, Dios mío. Wonderful to see the family influence on comics create a dynamic duo. Great job, Alicia. Look at that.
You.
Hey, her reading scores are off the charts, man. I think you have Stan Lee to thank for the heavy dialogue, his Silver Age books for that one. And Tiny Titans. Alicia, what are your top 5 favorite comic books? They love asking top 5s. Why don't we do characters? Who are your favorite characters?
From comic books?
From manga and comics, both. Who's the little girl in Yotsuba? No, Azumanga Daioh.
I like
the one with the pigtails. Can't remember her name.
Yeah, but I like Osaka and Tomo.
Okay.
From Azumanga Daioh.
Spider-Man? Are you more of a Wolverine girl?
What's that? Captain Marvel.
Wow. Wolverine shot down. Okay, Captain Marvel. Hey, Omar, do you think Marvel will make more Cable and X-Force classic trade paperbacks to collect the gaps in those series? I think X-Force 62 to 65 and Cable 40 to 44. I think those will come as an epic collection. And I don't know how they're going to intertwine them, because at that point, Cable breaks off and does his own thing from the X-Force team, and X-Force is doing their own thing. But at one point, they're going to have to start breaking them apart, because keep in mind, like the first 4 issues of Cable are in the latest epic collection. So, yeah, I don't know if they're still mapping that way or not. Whoever asked about Gundam, it's called Gundam Origins, the hardcover, yeah. Done by one of the creators and retelling the OG. It's 13 volumes with glossy paper and some watercolor pages, and it's beautiful. Make Alicia the CEO. Thank you for the super chat. What are you going to be in charge of me? What's your first order of business? Fire Poppy?
No.
Good.
Hire Strider.
My dog. Hire Strider. Then he catch unsubscribe. How many times are you unsubscribing and resubscribing, Dan? There, Phil. Almost called you Danny. Dana, does the advent of compendiums make it more likely that DC will collect more Silver Age materials? What well, right now I think they're dipping their toes into big series, right? With Green Lantern. Even though it's not labeled a volume 1, I don't know why. Nightwing and Robin. Maybe the sales of that will drive them to think, okay, well, instead of omnis, let's go ahead and start putting these out in compendium format. Morning, Omar and Alicia. Age of Apocalypse Omnibus is out of print again. Thank you for that. I didn't know. Yes, Bad Word Boy is what she's called him for years. Omar, are you picking up the new volumes of Fear Agent? You bet your sweet patootie I am. Does Alicia have a favorite member of the X-Men? Who's the best X-Men?
Who's the one with the wings?
Oh my gosh, that guy? Angel or Archangel? He's got blue skin.
I don't know. I just know Angel from the
Angel. When we used to get text messages, it was you when you were 3 years old, and you said, "Let's go, bub." It was the most adorable thing. I think mommy still has it on her phone. I'm disowning you, by the way. Angel over Wolverine. He's got a healing factor. He's Canadian. Thanks for answering my question. You're so welcome, Joshua. You sold me on Kyle. I'm going to buy it. Alicia, have you watched Batman animated series? If so, do you have favorite episodes? We started to.
Yeah.
We did. I think we only did the first 4. So it's something that's on our list to keep watching. Thank you again for the super chat, brother. Starship in a Star Wars movie. Woohoo! The animated part of Star Wars Holiday Special is on Disney Plus. The Boba Fett part. Omar has always spoke Spanish. Could you show the art in James Stokoe Godzilla, please? I would if I had it with me, but I left it upstairs because I was looking at the extras because I got to film that video today. So thank you so much for asking, though. So that video should be out sometime this week. It's, by the way, it's not deluxe. It's a standard size, unfortunately. Comics make lifelong readers. Absolutely. Excelsior. Who says Excelsior? Whose catchphrase is that? I'm going to give you 3 guesses. Wolverine, Angel, or Stan Lee? Who says Excelsior?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee says, Alicia, I've got Flashman's stage theme in my head right now. What are your 3 favorite Robot Master stage themes?
First is Nitro Man. Second,
It's Nitro Man.
I think Tornado Man. And third, I like Jewel Man's.
Who are these people? Where's Bubble Man? Where's Metal Man? Where's Wood Man? Who has the greatest theme? Magnet Man?
I like
Dive Man? Oh, man,
I like
we need to talk, kid. What is going on here? Let's see if we got the super chats already. Make Alicia CEO. Okay, I think we got them. We're caught up. Okay, let's get back to the chat. Stan Lee, he answered for you. Omar and Alicia, how did you and the family like Godzilla -1? She was the only one that didn't go. It was me and mommy and Lydia. We went. Yeah. Omar is old. He only knows. Shut up. I said Dive Man. Dive Man's from 5. Is he from 5?
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. Snake Man's kicking. What, Pharaoh Man from 4? Yo, Galaxy Man from 10, though.
9.
9. His music still is awesome. Yeah. When I think Mega Man, I think Captain N, the Game Master. Mega High. Oh my gosh. You remember what he looks like in the Captain N? Nothing like he does in the video game. Those are solid choices, by the way. Alicia, has your dad ever made you read something that he loves that you didn't like? X-Men, careful what you say. What was your least favorite book that you've read? Like when we do videos?
Like the
Mighty Marvel Masterworks or whatever videos we've done together. Is there one that you didn't like? You can be honest.
I don't know. What are the ones we've read? Like Doctor Strange, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Hulk.
We did 2 X-Men, 2 Spider-Man, Captain Marvel.
I didn't really like the Hulk.
Yeah, you didn't dig the Hulk, huh? All the Hulk fans are crying now. Hello from Phoenix. Are you a fan of the Tick comic? I was. I don't have any of my collections anymore. I'd like to have them back. But I was. I'm still mad that Amazon show version got canceled. I love the cartoon too. Look at my boy Lionheart. Look what he said. Read that.
Omar, Bubble Man has the best music.
You're right. He's one of the best. He's one of the best.
What's your favorite?
Woodman. I've always loved Woodman. And Dive Man's close though. Pharaoh Man's up there. Galaxy Man grew on me from 9.
Mommy likes Galaxy Man.
Yeah, it's good. No one has said Metal. I said Metal Man earlier. His Metal Blade is the most versatile weapon in the franchise. The bubble. What is it called?
Bubble lead. Bubble lead or bubble. I think it's bubble lead.
Yeah. You know why? Hulk is an awful character. What? No, he's not. You didn't read the Peter David run. Is the Judgment Day Omnibus any good in a good reading order? I haven't even cracked it open because I'm busy finishing out my year. But as soon as I look at it, I will let you know. Mega Man songs in Smash Brothers are awesome. Who do they use in Smash Brothers? Is it
okay? There's like Iceman.
Which is a classic.
Cutman. Snake Man. I think there's more. I just forgot which ones.
I love your avatar, man. Is that George Pettis's Avengers during Kurt Busiek's run. Order Sigil. Hopefully we'll get a Scion soon. Fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, to get yes to Scion. That was my favorite. You have Born Again Gallery Edition yet? And when's the next Gallery Edition announcement? It's been ages. It has been ages. I don't know if I saw any on the list. So I will ask. I hope they don't. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I was thinking. I don't have it yet. Alicia, ¿tienes tú un sujeto favorito en escuela? You can respond in English. It's okay.
¿Cuál es sujeto? Subject?
Yeah.
I like geometry, history.
Nerd. Omar, Alicia, do you guys have favorite Comic Cons? Oh man, I love taking you all to different comic conventions. It's wonderful. And not just Sunday. What was your favorite Comic Con that we've been to? Like, we've been to a lot. Do you like the one like when we went? Tennessee is a good one because we went all 3 days, and you. I don't
really remember which ones were which.
Okay, for me, my favorite one that I took the family to was the Knoxville convention because, what did you say about the wall? I don't know. I just have memorable. Man, you were little though. You were probably 4 years old. Are you guys excited for Christmas? Is my favorite holiday. Alicia, what did you ask Santa for? Yeah, what did you ask Santa for? So your father has to go online and. I'm sorry. What did you ask Santa for there, kiddo?
I asked for Fumo.
Fumos. Do you all even know what that is? I didn't know what it was. Fumos are these little stuffed, I don't want to say animals, stuffed girls. Plushies from Japan.
Of Toho.
Toho characters. Not Toho like Godzilla Toho, like the
Toho Project.
Toho Project. There you go.
Shooter.
It's a shooter.
Yeah.
Omar, is Claremont's Gambit mini with Kid Storm any good? I was thinking if you like that story, that era of 265, 266, 267, right before they met the X-Men, absolutely, it's awesome. Oh, what about, do you like any of the music in Mega Man X? Boomer Clanger. That's the one. Omar, with the Josh Williamson Flash Omni coming out, do you think DC will release another Rebirth Omnis? Oh, absolutely. I see a Tom King Batman for sure. Hopefully things like Green Arrow or Aquaman. Because Aquaman's hardcover got canceled and Green Arrow got canceled, discontinued after volume 2 or volume 1. So hopefully that stuff will come out.
My first is.
Oh, what's the question? So people.
Alicia, what is your top 3 favorite Transformers character?
Yeah, what are they?
My first is Eject. He's one of Blaster's cassettes.
Okay.
And then Rewind, which is another one. And then the third one, Blaster.
You just like the Blaster family? What about Steeljaw?
Yeah, and the other one is
Ramhorn. Yeah. Those are your 3 favorite Transformers, the people that are always together. Godzilla. size plushies dropping soon. Oh, that would be awesome. The opening for Mega Man, the old cartoon, was catchy when I was a kid.
Fighting robot. Mega Man.
That song, Ruby Spears cartoon, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. My son, now 33, hated going to cons when he was younger. My daughter, now 28, loved going, still does. Now that's good parenting proofs. Do you still go with her? I liked History 2 when the Human Torch showed up in the sky, Namor appeared out of the ocean, and Captain America and the Howling Commandos went out to fight during war. Have they taught you that in history class yet?
About the war?
No, about the Human Torch showing up in the sky and, the invaders. How they help. They haven't taught you about the invaders and how they saved America in World War II.
No.
Oh, man, schools these days. What the heck? Most underrated Marvel and DC hero. Ambush Bug and who's another
Who's
character?
Ambush Bug?
Man-Thing. Nobody likes Man-Thing that much anymore. Ambush Bug is a Keith Giffen character from the DC universe. Nobody talks about him hardly. Omar, do you enjoy Project Pegasus? Just picked up the standard hardcover from my local comic book store. I did enjoy it. And I'm glad you picked it up. What are Alicia's 3 favorite Beast Wars characters? We haven't started watching Beast Wars yet.
What's his?
Cheetor?
Cheetor, yeah, I like Cheetor.
Yep, going to MegaCon. Dude, that is awesome. You and your daughter? That's in Orlando, isn't it? Man-Thing, sadly, is a terrible movie via sci-fi. Yes, it is. Did we start early today? Where have I been? This is Psycho Cleveland. His staple is to always yell. I don't know why. So in my head, he's always yelling. Talking about Godzilla, Kenpachiro Satsuma. Yeah, the actor in Godzilla passed away today. I heard about that. He was in the suit. But in the Heisei series, right? Dead Set, Comet Man, and most of all underrated canon Marvel heroes. Oh, I also like the Ray. Nobody talks about the Ray. My people are loud. I don't know what he means. I think he means people from Cleveland. Can you rank the Gail Simone runs from best to just good? Oh, I like the fact that you just put it as good. My personal favorite is Birds of Prey, and then Secret Six, and then Wonder Woman, and then Batgirl. Waspinator, you like that guy, remember?
Yeah.
You just like the way he talks. Good morning, brother. Cool shirt. What's your favorite part of the movie? I love the soundtrack. Dude, the entire soundtrack. Like, not just Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, but the entire soundtrack. The score to Top Gun is amazing. I still work out to the score. Like, it's so good. Oh, Take My Breath Away? That's a good one. Man-Thing was done justice in Werewolf by Night, even though, yes, you didn't watch that with me. The black and white one is, I haven't seen the colored one. Most underrated characters, Omega the Unknown and Codename Assassin. Look at Phil. At least Omega the Unknown got a Marvel Masterworks. Fun fact, the voice actor for Cheetor, Ian James Corlett, voiced Mega Man in the Ruby Spears cartoon. Did you know that?
No.
I did not either. Is Alicia in an X-Man? X-Man? Like Nate Gray X-Man? Nobody's into X-Man, Psycho Cleveland. Okay, I have one friend that's into X-Man. I don't know why. He's awful.
What's X-Man?
X-Man? You want the history of X-Man?
Yeah.
All right. Let me give you the cliff notes. Do you even know what cliff notes are? Oh my gosh. X-Man is the we'll just call it different dimensions for the sake of not calling it a multiverse. It's another dimension version of Cable. And Cable is Cyclops and Madeline Pryor's son that was sent to the future and raised by the Uncanny, only to come back to the past as an old man, older than his own father, and save Cannonball because he was an external. And that is the dumbed down version of who Nate Gray is. So it's it's from another dimension. Age of Apocalypse. So no, nobody's into X-Man. I used to burn CDs in high school, and I would always put Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone, everybody's CD. Why would that make them mad? Omac and Etrigan, that's a good ones. Omar, do you know if Excalibur Omnibus Volume 3 is still happening? September of 2024. It was delayed. It had to be canceled because it's going to be resolicited later on. X-Man reading order. I got you. That's going to be a small bookmark. It's going to say don't. Cliff Notes, the first paragraph on the Wikipedia site. Yes, that's so. Cliff Notes when I was a kid were these books. Somebody famous went on to create Cliff Notes. It was an actor, I think. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It was like a book. Like think like when you have to read things like To Kill a Mockingbird, but this was like the real like thinned down version, or Lord of the Rings. Kids that didn't want to read the whole book would cheat and get those Cliff Notes for like $5 and read it that way. You're still reading, but it's like this is probably what they're going to ask on the test. Yes, so those are Cliff Notes. Kid Cable, pretty much. Yes. Omar, I do need. So with Marvel hardcovers being ended, no, there's still another one. Fantastic Four Reckoning War still coming out. I haven't announced it. I haven't even talked about it. So they're not quite over yet. And if you're wondering what Reckoning War is, that is the Dan Slott era of Fantastic Four.
What are you doing?
I am seeking some help.
From who?
You'll see. Who's your favorite Peruvian and why is it Paddington? Yeah, who's your favorite Peruvian?
You.
That's right. I don't need a stupid coat and a hat to be the favorite Peruvian. Or be, what's he ranked on Rotten Tomatoes? Still at 100%?
I don't know who's Paddington. Alicia, if you could transform into a character from comic book, TV, manga, whatever for one day, who would you want to be?
Who would you want to be?
I don't know.
Based on powers or based on the world? Like, what's your favorite world that you would live on? Is it Pokemon, like from the manga? Or Kirby, so you could just go and squeeze them? Make them pop? Toho. Who's Paddington is the right answer. 98 out of 100 marmalade sandwiches. Yeah, so only the best bear. X-Man is Kid Cable, not to be confused with the actual Kid Cable or Cable's kid. This is actual fact right here. And one day you're going to know all this. Only the best bear. I would want to be in any manga world where Alita Battle Angel exists. But Raul, all you would have to do is like go and watch the games, right? The Blitzball games. Not Blitzball, that's from Final Fantasy X. The what are they called? Or what's it called? Blitzball in America. All right, who would win a fight, Alicia? Sonic versus Mega Man.
Mega Man.
That's correct. Why?
Because Sonic is just fast, and Mega Man has like power, and he can like shoot stuff.
Look at that. That kid, man, that's geometry right there, baby. Alicia, did you ever get into Power Rangers, and why is Time Force the best series?
No, I watched.
I didn't watch Power Rangers, so when Ben comes over, he forces us to watch Power Rangers. Battle Angel Alita games. You know, the games that they play within the continuity of the book. Still waiting for that Summer's Family Tree video, Omar. Oh, that would be so fun and such a headache. That wouldn't be the Cliff Notes version. That would mean really get into it. Alicia, did you tell your friends your dad is the most popular dude on YouTube? Do you tell them?
They know that you have a YouTube channel.
But I'm the most popular dude on YouTube.
You sure?
I think that's Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast is he pretty big. Yeah, that's okay. One day, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. You don't bring a hedgehog to a Mega Blaster fight. Now that needs to be on a t-shirt. Mega Man can get upgrades. Sonic can go Super Saiyan, remember? Collects all the gems, and he's like, just like Thanos. Super Sonic whoops up on Mega Man. See? John Eccles, though. Tell my friends Omar's Mr. Beast. Yeah, Mr. Beast, man. We're competing for who the most popular dude on YouTube is. Omar, show Golden Boy to Alicia. No, not yet. Not yet. When she gets a little older. Love that stuff. Tell my friends Omar's. Do you know that? Who's that? Markiplier?
I think he does video games or something.
I
don't know.
They're going to be so confused. Mega Man has Flashman's Time Stopper, can stop Sonic in his tracks. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But Sonic can tap into the Speed Force and get Wally West to come and help him fight Mega Man.
Who's Wally West?
Oh, you break your father's heart. Wally West is only the best Flash ever. And I ain't talking about no new 52 Wally West or TV show Wally West or Titans Wally West. I'm talking about real Wally West. Mega Man went super too. Okay, all right. I don't need any of you actually people. NMC's better than Mr. B. I mean, that should be on a t-shirt right there, right? Amanda's going to be joining me so you can take a break here in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much for helping me. Who's Wally West is correct. No, do not. I'm going to show her. Next stream she's going to be on, she's going to be like, let me tell you about Wally West. I tell my friends Omar's David Gabriel. And they believe me. If I was David Gabriel, we'd have all the new warriors. And Nth Man. I'd love to read those Mega Man comics. I don't think anyone can reprint them anymore. Are they good? What does your sister have that I gave her a couple of years ago? The Mega Man comics, the Archie comics.
Yes.
Yeah, those 2 big books.
Didn't we get some in Japan?
We did. We got some Mega Man manga in Japan. Speedy Gonzalez is the better Wally. What is wrong? I heard from Omnidog that Omar is the 3rd best comic YouTuber. Dude, Omnidog puts his camera on and he thinks he's TikToking, but it's just his camera. Now, give me a kiss. I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much. Do you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
All right, I'm going to switch partners here because my baby's leaving, and I'm going to have Amanda join me. So thank you all, and thank you, baby. You did amazing. All right, everybody. Speaking of amazing.
Hi, guys.
Hey, thank you for helping.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Yeah, Melanie's getting her hair, dude. So
I understand those things.
You understand those? I thought that was natural. This isn't natural.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My hair just dyes just like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. How are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We had a good time, me and Alicia, answering a lot of comic book / Mega Man questions. Now we can ask the real questions, comic book / Fallout Boy questions.
That's all we got to talk about. They're babysitting my kids right now in the other room, so it's all good.
The Fallout Boy crew?
Yeah, they're music videos. They are spectacular babysitting tools. Hey, Raul.
The amazing rogue. Very rogue-like.
It is a lot darker, though. I had it more red, but we wanted to go darker this time, so...
Who is we?
Me and my hairstylist. I understand the hairstylist thing. It takes me a good 3 hours at the hair salon. So.
My God.
And that's on a good day.
Buy yourself a Flowbee. Do they still make those? Do you remember the Flowbees? Like the vacuum? You don't know what a Flowbee is? It's the thing that attaches. It's like a vacuum.
Is it going to dye my hair? Is it going to dye my hair?
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not. Classified information. America has the original Paddington Bear, but us in the UK have America's best of the best bears. Yes, the original Fozzie Bear. Waka Waka. Is your dog excited about it? I saw Pete Wentz a few months ago. He was waiting for a hamburger, and I don't know why it was so funny to me. Did you say hi?
I'm really jealous of you.
By the way, Pete Wentz is one of the... Hold on. He's a guitarist for Fall Out Boy. All right.
He's a bassist for
whatever.
But he's whatever. It's still a guitar.
Omar, 1 to 10 hairstylist. Me, it's a Flowbee, man. Just attach that vacuum to the clippers.
You know what's funny about that is that later on, Dyson, the actual vacuum company, now makes hair tools. So that's really funny. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Thank you. But have you seen Wayne's World? Where they have that.
Well, I mean, a long time ago. It's been a minute.
He's doing it on Garth, right? And Wayne's like, well, it definitely does suck.
Sorry, my dog.
Backstreet Boys better than Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay.
Better at what?
I don't want to break it to you, Ryan, but I'm not even a Backstreet Boy fan. Up there at the top are a bunch of NSYNC Funko Pops.
I love that the conversation is now going from comics and Mega Man to comics and NSYNC and Fallout Boy.
I don't know how that happened. Yeah.
I know how that happened.
I just got done cleaning and I text Omar this fun fact for our Wednesday show because we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, the movie.
I'm excited.
And it was about the mithril that Frodo was gifted by Bilbo, and the fact that it was from Elven Prince, and it's like, well, there's only one Elven Prince, and that was Legolas. So he's wearing Legolas's baby clothes. I was like, I don't think that's what that is. I don't know. It was an Instagram post I found.
I'll look at it. Wayne's World 2 is 30 years old. Really? Yeah, well, Chris Farley was in Wayne's World 2, right? Well, he was also in the first one. Because Wayne's World was when I was in the 8th grade is when the first one came out. I love that movie. Finding out about Amanda's NSYNC fandom was like discovering the truth about Santa. Who would you take on a dogfight, Cyclops or Maverick? Like
they're fighting each other?
Like, are they fighting like a dogfight, like an aerial dogfight, or like they have their dogs are bringing and they're fighting each other?
Or just you're just saying that they're fighting each other. I mean,
I would take Cyclops. I love Maverick though. Now, if it's like a dogfight, like flying, and I'm taking Maverick with me. That's my answer. All right, now really quick, if you live in Europe and are interested in buying or pre-ordering big books in the EU, check out waltzcomicshop.com. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. Flat shipping rates of €12 for all EU countries. Bulletproof packagings, and you tell them near mint condition sent you their way, near mint condition at checkout. You get free shipping for all EU countries with the first order of over €40 or more. And that's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting. There you go. There is my. There we go.
Did you do it yet? I don't know. What did we do? Well, there's all big questions that we have to go through that are happening. Wait, hold on. Yes, John, O-Town is a band that existed, and I've seen them in concert twice.
Do we really need to answer those questions?
Wait, yes, James, I did listen to Renee Rapp's new song for the upcoming Mean Girls movie because I love Renee Rapp, but I didn't realize.
First of all, there's a Mean Girls movie?
Yes, there is. It's based off of the musical, not the original movie, but she originated the role of Regina in the musical, but I don't remember her from that. I never watched that, obviously. I've never seen that live, but I did see her in Sex Lives of College Girls on HBO, which is fantastic. And she was fantastic in that, or is.
So thank you for bringing that up. All right, Bruce, thank you for the super chat, my brother.
Thanks,
Yay,
Bruce.
talk about hair color. Mine is still brown and no baldness at 56, but if I grow a beard, I have major gray at the sides of my mouth and looks like a geeky graviton. Do you have like the when I was a kid, I always wanted the gray streaks from Fantastic Four. Like
what Reed has?
Mr. Fantastic, yeah, because I always thought like women would find those sexy because like it means you're smart.
I think Doctor Strange looks pretty sexy with that because he does the same thing. At least Benedict Cumberbatch has done.
Oh yeah, he does.
He does. I think I find it very sexy. Oh, I messed up my hair now. It's all good.
What in the world is happening to the chat?
He did. He sampled Everybody, the song Everybody, but Backstreet Boys like, we did not agree to that. But I'm sure if they don't really own their catalog and their record company
it ain't up to them.
Maybe their record company. Unstoppable Bar, thank you for that. I think we will do a review of that, and no one will watch it but you and James and a few other.
I remember when this channel was about comics. Yeah, like 5 minutes ago. Just your facial hair. Okay. I got you. That's awesome, Bruce. You know what I heard was really good, and no kidding, was Wonka, a movie I refused to watch because I still haven't seen. I haven't seen what's it called? The one with Johnny Depp. I haven't even seen that one because I love the original one so much.
You've never seen the Johnny Depp version,
nah.
Where he's a version of Michael Jackson, though he denies that he used him as inspiration for his role. But if you watch it, I mean, the comparisons from the voice and the childlike wonder, it's kind of hard.
Childlike wonder of Michael Jackson. Yeah, I like it. Okay, Real Men Listen to Backstreet. Who did I Want It That Way? The Tell Me Why. Oh yeah, dude, the Real Men do listen to Backstreet Boys. That's what's up. And two of them are from Lexington, Kentucky. And I had some friends that went to school with them. So,
who's that? Kevin Richardson?
Yeah, like I would remember.
Yeah, you don't
any of those dudes' names. Viva Pedro! Thank you, brother.
I do want to watch the new Wonka, mainly because I like Timothy Chalamet, but I also want to see Hugh Grant as an Oompa Loompa, even though he even said he's like, oh, I didn't care about being an Oompa Loompa. He just wants money. That's all he needs at this point.
Yeah, I want it that way. It's my one and only karaoke song, dude. It was so good, right? Are you guys
follow it up with All the Small Things by Blink-182 because that's the only way you would do that is in order.
Really? Is that what it is? Oh man, we got another Peruvian in the chat. Yes, where's Polly Lopez? Polly Lopez is also from Peru. There's 4 of us now. We can make a Fantastic Four team. Hold on. Here's a question. X-Men question. Your thoughts on Panic at the Disco? Also, Omar, I lied about X-Men. Thank you for that.
Panic at the Disco hasn't been Panic at the Disco since Ryan Ross left. It's been Brendan Urie's show, but now they're done because of all the strange allegations that have gone down. So he's done being Panic at the Disco.
My goodness, is there nobody with any all right, dude, I just
questions or movie questions.
Dude, I just started reading the Aliens Omnibus and watching the movies barely. Yep, this stuff is awesome. It freaking is. Favorite Alien Predator movie? Aliens, the second one. The best Predator movie, still the original. Although people hate Predator 2, I actually dig Predator 2, which is kind of a take on Concrete Jungle. If you've read the Predator Concrete Jungle, it's freaking awesome, man. Panic at the Disco is Dazzler's first appearance. Okay, ooh. Amanda, I don't know this answer, so this is you. Favorite member of Vox Machina, Mighty Nine, and Bell's Hells?
Okay, so for Vox Machina, it's definitely Scanlan. I think he's hilarious. So Scanlan is definitely my favorite for Vox Machina. And then as far as Mighty Nine, I really do like Jester, but after reading like the backstories, I really like Caleb's backstory more. I don't know if that makes any sense. I haven't watched the Bell's Hells campaign or anything like that yet, but the first 2, that's my picks. Scanlan, the little like, bard dwarf character.
I'm pretty sure John knows.
Yes. Yeah. And then Jester and or Caleb. I can't decide between the 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's your answer.
Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite?
Well, maybe he'll answer. They just can't make a good Predator movie. I did hear Prey was good, but didn't see it. Prey was awesome if you haven't seen it. It is freaking excellent. And there is one that's done in their native tongue too.
Pity, Ma. What Final Shadow I'm talking about? You ever see Critical Role, the D&D like?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Fall Out Boy albums.
They'd have much longer titles. No, they don't. But no, Critical Role. It's a YouTube channel. It's a bunch of like voice actors. Matt Mercer, Ashley Johnson. You're probably familiar with her from Growing Pains. And then also, she was also the voice of Ellie in Last of Us. And then she also made a guest appearance on the actual TV show. But there's a bunch of them. They do campaigns. They've gotten really popular. The pandemic definitely helped out a lot with that too. They've just grown. They have their own comic books. I did an overview of the library collection, the library edition of the Mighty Nine Origins, which is Mighty Nine's a campaign of theirs they did. And then they turned it into comics. Vox Machina was turned also into comics. And now it's also a TV show on Amazon Prime. You should check it out. It's actually pretty good. I think they all do the voices of their characters, if I'm not mistaken, because they're voice actors. Why wouldn't they do the voices of their own characters? That would make sense to me. So yeah, you should check it out if you haven't read, watched any of that. So, and if you like D&D, if you don't, I mean, they're funny, so they keep you entertained.
There you go. Let's not bring up Taylor. Oh yeah, Bar has a huge crush on Taylor Swift.
Oh, do you? Well, Omar didn't do a review
of Eras. Because I'm still trying to find tickets to the Indianapolis show. I loved your Chris Claremont interview. Wild that I have the gallery edition and he doesn't.
That is wild.
It is crazy that he doesn't have it. But yeah, if you haven't seen Prey, dude, you need to check it out. Frosty or Rudolph? Like who gets killed first or who would win in a fight?
If I had to choose my favorite.
Oh.
Rudolph has the better song and he's cute. Frosty's kind of creepy.
I mean, if it's a fight, Rudolph just has to wait it out, right? Springtime, summer. Frosty's done, dude.
Yeah, he'll melt eventually.
Omar, please convince Marvel to reprint one more copy of the long out of print Phalanx Covenant just for me. It's literally the only one I need. Let me tell you what's going to happen, CNSS 84. You're going to find it one day and you're going to be like, ugh, it's more than I want to pay. I'll go ahead and buy it. The day that happens, I will announce the reprint of the Omnibus, and that's the way this works. And I'm so sorry. The reprint poll will be up next March or February. Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock versus Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, Amanda, you answer first.
Yeah, I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr.'s movies somewhat.
Oh yeah, Dr.
Benedict Cumberbatch all the way. Oh man, he just. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch is a great Sherlock. Yeah, he takes it for me. But I do like Artie.
Same. Hello, Omar, Ken from Kentucky. Dude, that's awesome.
Ken from Kentucky. I love it.
Yeah, we have more Peruvians than Kentucky people right now, though. If you would recommend the Phantom Stranger Omnibus, I do. It is freaking excellent. If you like old school storytelling, like the first part is really repetitive. The second part is what grew on me. I really like those stories, and I'm a big fan of Jim Apato's artwork. Do you think DC will ever reprint Wrath of the Spectre? Probably not for a while, just because it was such a niche of a collection, just like Phantom Stranger, that once it's gone, it might take some time to bring it back. Yeah, I mean, it will, but I don't know when. I mean, if you were directing a movie, who would do the soundtrack? Fall Out Boy or the Backdoor Boys?
Fall Out Boy, because Patrick Stump is a composer, the lead singer. He actually, if you haven't watched it, Merry Little Batman, it's on Amazon Prime. He composed the score for that animated movie, which is super cute. Damien is stuck in Wayne Manor around Christmas because Batman has to go help some of the Justice League folks out, and all of the villains. He finally had made Gotham safe because he knew he was having a kid, so he wanted to get rid of all crime. So he made all of the bad guys retire, like the Joker and Poison Ivy, and then he cleaned up the streets of Gotham. But then Joker and all of them try to come back, and yeah, it's cute. But he does do so he would be my choice. The Fallout Boy would do the soundtrack.
Who's the Backdoor Boys?
He also did the songs for the Amazing Spidey and Friends. So yeah, there we go.
My friend, yes, I still quote that when I talk to the kids at Halloween. Want some candy? Oh. And Predator 2 is the reason why Bill Paxton is the only actor that has been killed by a xenomorph, a predator, and the Terminator. Yeah. Fall Out Boy originated on The Simpsons, yes, in the form of Radioactive Man. That's right, that episode. Amanda, who's your favorite?
Yelled it out.
Let me see if you answered this better than my kid. Who's your favorite mutant?
Ooh. Okay. My favorite mutant would probably have to be. Oh God. Probably Rogue. Actually, would be my favorite mutant.
Bless America. Okay, she's good. She's good. I like Rogue.
Who would you pick?
There's only one answer. Let's go, Bob. Come on. He's the best there is at what he does, but apparently not gathering a fan base like Fall Out Boy. Amanda, any news or updates on the sequel to the Batman? Yeah, what about the Penguin show and stuff?
Well, according to James Gunn recently, he said it ain't happening in 2025. So I guess we're gonna have to wait a couple of years. Yes, it was supposed to come out in 2025, but it looks like it won't.
Man. Okay, so nope. I think currently they're all out of print, and it's a lot of that is driven by the fact that they had gone on record saying that they were going to omit some of the stories, so people were, FOMO, so they started buying up the box sets. Don't insult me. I have better taste than that. Oh, you're Taylor Swift.
Oh, you're talking about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, she's on that Taylor Swift train. Rudolph curb stomps Frosty. Wow, that's brutal. She's no Miley Cyrus, though, obviously. No, Taylor writes her own music, right? Why are we talking about this?
She writes her own music. She writes music for other people too. I'm a Taylor fan. So part of that. Yeah.
Jeremy Brett is the only Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Were you not a fan of Benedict Cumberbatch? Feels just a little older than I am.
I mean, yes, that last season of his show, it was a mess. I got it. But the first two, at least, were genius.
Omar, not suggesting you write anything, but if Wolverine Volume 1 gets reprinted in the poll, there's a Wolvie drawing in it for you. Okay, you got it, Matthew. And I hope things are getting better, my friend. Do you think I need to read The Road to No Man's Land before I read the main story itself? No, you don't have to, but there's a really good story in there called Cataclysm that kind of sets up why Gotham is such an bad state. Do you know who these people are, Amanda? I love Noah Carell and Leahy Toledano. Great artists and beautiful girls. Y'all should look them up.
I mean, they're singers, is what because she was saying. There's more talented women artists out there that she recognized. I did see that.
Omar, sell me on Doomsday. Have you ever done an overview? Yes, and it should sell you on Doomsday Clock. It's really good, man. It's one of the best Superman stories. Why can't we get Simpsons Omnibus from Marvel?
It's a good question.
Because God sees what you do. Josh, that's why.
Because you were as Omar in the chat.
Magneto, Master of Magnet. Yes. Wasn't Lance Henriksen also killed by an alien predator in Terminator? Let's see. Predator. Oh, that's right. He was in a Predator movie later on, wasn't he? It was one of those bad ones. Because he wasn't in 1 and 2. And he wasn't in Prey. So it must have been one of those bad ones.
Yes.
She has rogue hair. She does have rogue hair. All natural, baby. All natural.
All natural. No dye needed. It does look better when it's curled, but it's fine.
Wolverine has to go on tour for that to happen. Yes, he does. Hey, Matt, how are you, dude? Hey, all reading Preacher for the first time. Awesome, dude. About a quarter of the way through. I binged the show early in the pandemic. How close is it to the book?
We just did a review on Old Reader, New Reader of Preacher, too.
Yeah, and both the ladies liked it. By the way, Amanda and I are coming back to Old Reader, New Reader this Tuesday, where we're talking about DC's.
Yes, Deceased.
Volume 1, the deluxe edition. Yeah. So
yes,
if you want to join us for that, that's at 8 p.m. this Tuesday. If you like the show, you're probably going to love the comic, because I think the show got some things right.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that the show missed a lot of what makes Preacher work, and a lot of what makes Preacher so special. I always say it's one of the greatest love stories in comics, even though it's underneath this layer of like vulgarity and there's a horrible people, right? But there's a beautiful love story underneath it. And once you find it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is really good.
You said you didn't like the way they did her character in the TV show, though.
No, I did not. I didn't like, some in the changes they made. And I granted it's AMC, so they had to make changes, and I get it.
Especially back then,
As a favorite X-Men is such a basic bro answer.
Dang, Roberto coming with the hot takes.
The irony, he's using Wolverine as his icon, though.
That's true. That is true.
What the duck? Yes. It's the most wanted reprints 2024. I think we're doing that in February is when I do it. Which cover? I think the I prefer the Tony Moore cover instead of the Jerome Pena.
Yeah.
Omar, ask Amanda of her origin story with comics. Thank you for that. Smoke them if you got them. What's your origin story with comics, Amanda?
I've talked about it a couple times on the show before, but I mean, essentially, Omar is the one who really got me into comics. Very late in my life, like in my 30s.
That's no fault of mine. It's not like I could go back in time.
No, exactly. No. It is no fault of his. But no, I was always I like novels. I read a lot of novels. I was an English major for a reason in college. I didn't want to actually learn anything. I just wanted to read a lot of books. But once I really got into the MCU, I start looking up information on, how close everything is, the comics, et cetera, et cetera. And Omar's like, there's a great big wide world out there of other things.
Is that how I sound to you? I don't sound anything like that.
So he got the bright idea to do the Old Reader, New Reader. He was like, oh, we could do this. I'm also getting Maddie into comics. And so that's how we start Old Reader, New Reader. And then, after it started off with, I think it was Infinity War, it was Infinity Gauntlet, because we were trying to get understand Thanos and everything like that. And then it just kind of escalated from there. Started reading more independent things, you know, that are non-superhero origin, not DC or Marvel. And yeah, just from there, it kind of expanded. And then as I started getting into comics, I realized so many of things in my like web of things I like are connected to comics. For example, 2 Fall Out Boy members write comics. That's amazing. Gerard Way from MCR writes comics. Claudio Sanchez also writes comics from Coheed and Cambria, if you're not familiar with him. SNL people like Bill Hader, they've written a comic. They wrote the short Halloween, right, for Spider-Man? Yes. And so I just started getting into it because, yeah, once you realize that it's a beautiful world that you don't realize existed. And yes, if I have anyone when I was younger pushing me, which I didn't, my parents weren't comic book readers. They read novels. The only thing my mom pushed me to read was The Hobbit, which I was not disappointed in. That was the best decision. That and Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And so, and my friends weren't, you know, they were all like me. They all read novels. They got me into like Harry Potter and stuff. So I needed someone like Omar in my life to get me into comics.
Everybody needs someone like Omar in their lives, but I have been saying that for a long time. Everyone knows the best Sherlock was Basil Rathbone. Is that best Sherlock? I still stand young. What about young Sherlock Holmes? Was it Steven Spielberg that directed that one? That one I remember having the first use of computer generated graphics in a movie when I was a kid. I was blown away.
I do appreciate Henry Cavill's version that in the Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes, yeah, that's cute. Yeah. So Omar's a comic enabler. You would say I'm kind of like a pusher. Yeah. What we call him in the streets. Pusher. I'm a comic pusher.
Comic pusher.
First one's 100%. Free. Holy Roller has a great first issue. Did you read it?
Mm-hmm, I did. Yeah, I have it over there. I have to catch up on it and got the other issues. And I'm not trying to get it signed, but I am. No, it is a good first issue. I like Holy Roller so far.
What is the criteria for letter pages to get included in an omnibus? Is that what you mean? Thor Donny Cates Omni, will it include the Hugin and Moonin bits in the extra stories from the authors from Thor 750? Extra stories, yes, and probably not the letter pages. Letter pages are usually saved for like the classic stuff, the stuff that's coming out in chronological order, like the X-Men Silver Age or the Uncanny X-Men. So things like that's what they usually save it for. You know, not that long ago, you had another kid on your lap whenever we were doing shows about that size. That wasn't that long ago.
She just came in here and handed me medicine. Just like, I was like, you don't need medicine. You're not sick.
Season 1 of Reacher was amazing. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Amanda. Season 2 just started.
You mean Jack Reacher with what's his name? With Alan? Yes, Corey loves that show. Yeah, Aquaman from
Season 1 is stellar. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but I think it's only 1 episode in.
Yes. Yeah.
What about Great Mouse Detective? That was the first animated one that had CG in it.
I think so.
Yeah, but the live action was Sherlock Holmes. Young Sherlock Holmes is what it was called. Henry Cavill is back up Sherlock for sure all day long. What's up, brother Wes? Happy Saturday. What are comic runs you are surprised have never been announced as omnis? Oh, Wes, you already know this one, buddy. Superman, Man of Steel by John Byrne. What's going on with that? Armageddon 2001. I'm honestly surprised that has not been released as an omnibus yet. The X-Force era of Colin Yost. Yeah, I don't know. Those are 3 of mine. Spielberg did not direct Young Sherlock Holmes. Ron Howard did, I think. Okay. The new co-host is what's her adjective?
What do you want to be, Landry? What do you want to be?
Oh, it's a name after the Backstreet Boys.
Go ahead.
How hard is it to borrow a book from Omar?
Not as hard as you would think.
In his mom's basement.
I held on to his Silver Surfer Black for like a year.
I'd had to remind her. I'm like, hey, where's my book? Where's my book at?
I borrowed it when we lived in our old house. It moved with me to my new house.
I'm glad it moved.
I just got it back like a month ago. and we've lived in here for now over a year. So it's not that hard. It's just hard for him to get it back from me.
First 3 episodes of Reacher season 2 dropped. So good so far. Oh, good. Hey, Omar, have you heard anything about adding the issues again in Extreme Mini to Volume 2? No, but now that it's been delayed, maybe there's a better chance. That was the show that Roberto Rodriguez kept pushing. The English with Emily Blunt. Reacher dropped 3 episodes at once, so I got to watch those 3. This is a good question. What's 2024? If you had to pick one 2024 film, are you most excited for?
Okay, I've got to remember what's coming out, what hasn't been pushed back.
Well, Mission Impossible, is that coming out, or has that been pushed to 2025?
I don't know. What? It's not Madam Web.
Really?
No, not Madam Web. What am I excited for? Oh, I don't know.
I think mine's Dune 2. Dune 2.
Oh, that's the one. That's what I wanted to. Yes, because it was supposed to come out this year, but it's been pushed 2024 because of that strike.
Yeah, so we know it's done. It's just a matter of coming out. I really like the first one. I'm sure Deadpool 3 is going to be fun.
Deadpool 3, because it is coming out, right, in 2024.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the only superhero movie from Marvel we have. And then what's coming out from DC? Do we have anything from DC?
That's what I was trying to look up to remind myself. Because I didn't know. I think Aquaman. I thought Aquaman was the last thing, and then we're waiting on James Gunn, which I know he's already started writing Superman Legacy. We now have it is official. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. I am so excited. He took a picture with him and everything. I'm so pumped. Oh,
but that's not until 2025, right?
I know, but that's exactly what I was excited
Venom. That's Venom and Madam Web. Oh man, Craven, Venom, and Madam Web all in the same.
That's right. So Sony's going to be dropping all the Marvel films minus Deadpool.
It's going to be a crap fest.
Who knows? You might like Craven. You might like the direction.
What if Venom 3 is the one that wins me over, and I'm like, Amanda, I've been wrong about Venom. This is the best universe
ever. That's going to happen.
Joker's coming out.
Joker's coming out. Oh, yes. Which is polio I do. I'm not going to make a Fall Out Boy comment because of the shirt I'm wearing, but it's fine.
You need to stop. Barry Levinson, director of Rain Man, which, by the way, I've been to that restaurant. Remember when he drops the toothpicks? There's a restaurant here in Kentucky that is famous for that scene. And they kind of, I went there with my buddy, Father Frank, directed Rain Man and also directed Young Sherlock Holmes. So it wasn't Ron Howard nor Steven Spielberg. So thank you for that, Jack Ferry.
What about Beetlejuice 2? Are you excited for that? That's coming out.
I mean, if it was old Tim Burton like he used to be 20 years ago, yeah, I would be excited. But Dumbo Tim Burton, and I can't get into his movies these days. And I can't be the only one that has noticed how his movies have become something. They used to be so special, right? I mean, there for a while, it was magical. It was like Beetlejuice. Edward almost called him by his other name, Edward Scissorhands. I even liked Big Fish. I think Big Fish was the last one that I enjoyed by him.
That's what I say. Where was it for you that really like the last good one? I think would have been Big Fish for me. That was whimsical and not as maybe like you say creepy.
It was fairy tale-ish, right? It had that dark fairy tale feel to it.
And Ewan McGregor just killed it in that role. Danny DeVito, all of them. It was a great.
All of them did, man. Here we go. I'm sorry, John. Basil. That's right, Basil. Basil Rathbone, also sheriff in The Adventures of Robin Hood. Okay, starring Errol Flynn, which is Nightcrawler's favorite movie, and you call yourself an. Well, I am retiring from this channel because John just with that super chat just proved I am no fan at all. You're right, John. I should be ashamed of myself. Don't say that about Venom 3. It's like the only good Sony movie. I didn't like 1 and 2.
Wait a minute. What about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
You're talking to Nav.
Yes, not you. I'm talking to Nav. And yeah, like those are the best Sony Marvel films. I mean, besides like the original like Toby trilogy. Minus
okay, minus 3.
Minus 3.
Easy there.
And maybe like the first Amazing Spider-Man. Though I still have a soft spot for Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, but
yeah, it wasn't that bad. We did a video on that. It wasn't that bad at all.
I like Dane DeHaan. I might be the only person who does.
You like who?
Dane DeHaan, who played Harry in it.
No, I said he was like a poor man's Leonardo DiCaprio. But he was good. He was. I don't know what he's doing these days, but he was good in that role.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a lot recently.
What's up, Morgan, Guyver, and Jim Lee X-Men reprints when? Thank you for the super chat. That's funny. I was talking about those in the AMA last night, which is part of our Patreon. Oh, if Melanie was here, she'd be telling me I'd be doing a bad job plugging the Patreon, which starts at $1 a month. But it's interesting that 2 years ago, a lot of those were liquidated, and people were like, "Oh, look at these." They're it comes in cycles, right? Like things will get liquidated. Like I remember when Star Wars, I passed up on Star Wars because the guy didn't sell me all 3 of his Star Wars Omnis that were liquidated for $75. He wanted 90 for them, and I was like, "Nah, not for me." And now they're out of print. And now it's crazy. It will come back. I mean, it's X-Men, it's Jim Lee. But here's the thing to remember, Morgan, is that eventually those will be, I don't want to say obsolete because you can still have them in there, but they will be taken over by the Uncanny X-Men volumes 8 and 9. So keep that in mind too. But it depends if you're willing to wait or not, right? Thank you for the super chat, my brother Lionheart. Omar, do you have any friends to borrow your books for so long that you have to borrow it back? Dan, my buddy Dan, still has my copy of Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann, Volume 1. But I got the Blu-ray set anyways. I'm okay. It was my DVD. He's had it for 7 years now. We joke about like he needs to bring it back. Omar, there's an Extreme X-Men Omnibus Volume 2 coming out, right? How's the storyline? Is it worth picking up? Please be honest. Deep down in my soul, I want to say I actually liked Extreme X-Men, but a lot of people don't, and I can understand that. Would I recommend Extreme X-Men to anybody that hasn't read Claremont stuff? No. And even as a Claremont, like I liked Extreme X-Men better than his Excalibur and New Excalibur series. Not the original Excalibur series, but the later early aughts, the House of M era of Excalibur. And at times I liked it more than his Uncanny run. Mm-hmm. Not the original Uncanny, but the third time he came back. So that's my honest answer. It's not for everybody. Yeah. Sony needs to buy the Valiant universe or Boom IP and make TV shows and movies. I think that's what Boom and a couple of other publishers are hoping for. Oh, the new Ghostbuster looks good. Yeah, I liked Afterlife too. What is it, like Frozen? Something like that? Yeah, Frozen Landscape. No, Frozen Planet? Frozen Landscape. I was something like that. I think it's Frozen Planet. Frozen Planet? Yeah. Yeah. Does Wednesday count? The TV show? Absolutely. If that's what you're excited for. It's coming out? Yeah, I'm excited for that. To think that Venom exists only because people didn't like the Spidey suit. I love that Spider-Man suit. You were on the AMA, you know. Oh, yeah, I went on a whole tangent about that stuff. Still, if Michael Keaton brings the manic crazy like he does the Birdman and Beetlejuice too. True. We saw a little bit of it in the Flash movie, right? Yeah, and that's like, Omar really thought everyone was going to go see the Flash for Michael Keaton. You're going to bring that up to the Saturday stream too? And I don't know if that's what I'm afraid of, is he still have it like the box office draw for Beetlejuice too, or is it... It's Catherine Tate's coming. Or no, what's her name? Catherine Tate. No. Oh my God, what's her name? Which one? The mom from Catherine O'Hara? That's Catherine. One of the Catherines. Is she coming back? Is she in it? I don't know. I mean, I know Winona Ryder is. I don't know if the father is, because I think that guy is finally canceled. Oh, I mean, really? They were trying to cancel that dude in the 80s. Who played the dad? He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah. I can't remember his name. He was in Gina Davis and them. Are they coming back? And Alec Baldwin? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about. Maybe it's Lydia's kid that Beetlejuice is friends with. I think it is. I think it's. Cruise heads better show up for the next Mission Impossible. They better. That's right. I still haven't forgiven Tim Burton for what he did. Oh, that's. I haven't seen Dark Chat. I haven't seen so much of Tim Burton. Like I saw Big Eyes and that was okay. But I forgot about that film. Yeah. Joker 2 is maybe the movie I'm excited for the most. Oh, that's because it has Taylor Swift in it, right? But I love my reservation about that movie. I'm worried about how they'll portray Harley. They have the other singer that people thought could be a good Dazzler.
but I guess now she's Harley Quinn. So
yeah, or in her abusive relationship with the Joker.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's the first one was a dark movie, right?
super dark.
Omar, what is Stan Lee's Silver Surfer run like? What Silver Surfer runs do you recommend? Oh, I'm a big fan of Stan Lee and Mobius's Parable. It's wonderful. To me, it's the epitome of a good Silver Surfer story. The Stan Lee, the original run with Big John Buscema is solid, dude. It is so good. Here we go. Hot take. Venom 1 movie better than Iron Man 3.
Woo, that is a hot take.
Iron Man 3.
Wow, that's a hot take. Does it have Ty Simpkins in it? If it doesn't, it's not a bad movie.
Omar talking to himself. Was I talking to myself? Omar, will we ever get reprints? We're supposed to. We were supposed to last year. I think I saw some sneak into the previews, but that doesn't mean anything. That previews is kind of a mess right now. And honestly, they've changed who Image has changed who their main distributor is. They're going PRH. Or no, they're going Lunar. So I don't know. It's Batman Heavy Metal Omnibus being delayed. The Dark Knight's metal? Dark Knight's death metal, yes. Oh, here's a good question. Maybe you can answer too, Amanda. What are your top 3 best indie comic books for someone outside the US? Just 3 indie?
Indie comics.
Yeah, indie to me is like, I don't know.
Like Walt? Would that be considered indie?
Walt and Image to me is still indie. Yeah, they're being published, but it's not like indie now is so different than indie back then in the day.
It's true.
Like, is Ninja Turtles even independent anymore? Even though it started off as an independent comic book. Strangers in Paradise.
Oh yes, I mean,
Saga.
Harry Moore has a lot of great stuff. I like Rachel Rising, so that would be. If you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Rachel Rising would be good. That's a good one to go.
It's a good one. I still prefer Strangers in Paradise. Bone. That's something easy to get into. I did see the new Frieza, like oh my gosh, cut Frieza. Omar's always honest. Yes, unless the Popo pulled me over. Yes, I forgot the planet. Somebody said Furiosa. While I'm excited for that movie, I saw the trailer and the trailer felt really something was off. Like it felt like the special effects weren't done on that trailer, and I don't know if that was just me or anything, like, or if it was everybody. That's of course an exaggeration, but not much of one. Omar, week schedule. I don't do my week is kind of, I don't know yet. I know an announcement is coming soon, and then Monday is going to be, because I know Monday's the overview of New Mutants 3 and Spider-Man Ben Reilly 1. And I got an interview that day, but it's just, I got so much, I don't know. I'm going to try to put things together, though. Hopefully I'll get back to normal. Hey, Omar, any info regarding Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2 reprint? No. Volume 3 restock will happen next year, though. April. What?
He does. We did reveal that, didn't we?
I've never cheated in all my life. What are you people talking about? I'm just that good. And people are surprised.
I think that's the term. Oh, no. Oh, Omar, sorry. Right. Go ahead.
Omar, very important question. How many epics will you be announcing? Well, if nothing changes, okay, let me look at the list really quick. All right, here you go. For August, what I have is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one of them is a new printing. For September, I don't have any new printing, so that list hasn't been made yet, but I have 7 there. For October, there's 6. Again, no new printings. For November, there are 7. For December, there are 7. And January of 2024, there's 6 of them. And one of them is, so there's a variety. Like some of them are modern, some of them are classic. So hopefully that's you know. I don't know. I didn't even do the math. Omar, I love that Christopher Priest interview. Still need to finish that and watch Claremont. Dude, I love interviewing those old guard, right, man? because they get to be a certain age and they just don't care. They're going to talk about whatever they want to talk about. And I let them, respect, love those guys. Those are the stories that built me, made me who I am. So they can talk about whatever. I do want to interview, like one of my goals for the next year is to like interview other creators like Roy Thomas. I love J.M. Mateus. Those people that are still with us, like to let them know how much I appreciated them. Better run, Captain Marvel by Peter David or Green Lantern by Jeff Johns?
Do you like Jeff Johns' Green Lantern?
Green Lantern Johns.
Yeah.
I cheated solitary.
Do you cheat at solitaire?
How could you cheat at solitaire? I just win. Omar, before this was your full-time gig, how did you make time to read with a young family? We have a 2-year-old and a 6-week-old, and I barely read anything in months. Or haven't read anything. Any tips or advice? Yeah, when everybody's asleep.
That's what I do.
When everybody's asleep is when I did it. And those kids, your 6-week-old and your 2-year-old, time, right? Like nap time is very important. And either you nap with them, so there's nothing wrong with co-napping. I'm a big fan of that. To this day, I love napping. But I also am a night owl. I will stay up until like 4 in the morning sometimes. But reading all the time. Like I take my comics to work with me to read at lunchtime when I wasn't going out or something like that. I would read all the time. So that's the advice I give you. Try to sneak in there. 20 minutes to go. Do we get a Melanie hair reveal? I'll
is she back yet?
Fallout question. If I wanted to read back years of X-Men, should I wait for a reprint of the Volume 8 or Volume 8? I lied about the Fallout. You mean like Fallout the video game or Fallout Boy?
Oh, have you seen the trailer for the Fallout video game?
It does look awesome.
It looks interesting. My favorite part is honestly when it goes from the studio that brought you The Boys and free 2-day shipping. That was my favorite part.
Oh, they're really cashing in on that joke.
Yeah, it's a good joke. I like it.
Amanda, have you been reading the Poison Ivy series?
I have not been reading that. There's a couple of series I have to catch up with.
I see an old reader, new reader, sponsored by Bar. Us all reading.
Yes.
all reading Poison Ivy. Besides the creators you mentioned, Roger Stern, Tom DeFalco, David Michelinie. Yeah, I think it's time to start, asking the old guard to come on the show. I would love to. I mean, John Byrne, despite of how people feel about him and how angry he is, I would love to talk to him. Even if I piss him off, it would be awesome. And I'd take a clip of me making him mad by asking the wrong question. And anything can be the wrong question with Byrne. Doug Mensch, yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them that are still with us. And some that don't even do conventions. I think it's... but thank you all for the suggestions. Omar, I don't know if you saw my comment under the video, but I want to read it. God bless America.
Reiterate, that's the word.
Thank you. How gifted and natural you are as an interviewer, but not a reader, apparently. The Priest and Claremont chats were excellent. Well done, my friend. Thank you so much, Logan.
You don't have to be a good reader to be a good interviewer.
I'm a good reader. This is early in the morning, and I'm running on fumes, man.
It's almost 1.
I did an AMA last night. I got to do a book club on our Patreon. If you're a member of our Patreon, we do a book club like this where your face is on the camera. Today, we're going to be talking about at 2 p.m. I can't even remember. What are we talking about? Oh, Daredevil Yellow. Daredevil Yellow. So if you're a fan of Spider-Man Blue, Daredevil Yellow is excellent. Sam Keith. Oh, love that. I haven't seen him at shows like in a long time. I don't think people would mind us doing an Ivy old reader, new reader. Many in the community have told me they started reading Poison Ivy. How many is many, Bar? Like 2 people? 3 people? Mike Zeck, Paul Gulachi. Oh, yeah. Hey, Omar, been loving your videos, and I'm curious if you could ever do an Inhumans reading order. I could. It wouldn't take that long either, because unfortunately, Inhumans doesn't get a lot of love. Kurt is one of the gentlemen, one of the creators I have reached out to twice. Once in 2017 and once in 2021. And Kurt has a lot of health issues, but he's always a gentleman. He always messages me back saying, I would love to come and talk about things, but I'm not at my best health and I can't. But thank you for asking. So, oh, somebody throw a Snickers. I do need a Snickers. Where's my kid? She should have been running and getting me a Snickers. We got 15 minutes left. Old reader, new reader. Oh, Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, give us some ideas for our old reader, new reader. We let our Patreons vote for old reader, new reader. Like this time around, Amanda had a pick, Maddie had a pick, and I had a pick. And Maddie's choice won. DC's was
Maddie's choice won.
Which surprised me that it beat out Murder Falcon. That was my choice. And Amanda, what was yours?
Witchblood, which is a series in Vault. So I bought it and I wanted to read it. So I was like, this is a good excuse.
Hey guys, got smacked by the flu. Oh no, Immortal Ipsy. No. I just woke up. It's feeling better. We need a Neil Gaiman interview with you and Melanie. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't let Melanie ask any questions because I'd be just asking all the questions. I would love to interview Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
DC's is better than Murder Falcon?
Oh, I guess we know why I've picked it then.
We're going to find out, Brian, on Tuesday. Did we do one on Mouse? Yeah, we did one on Mouse many years ago. I don't know, 5 years ago, right? Talking to you?
Yes, we did. I'm sorry. I distracted. Yes, we did do. Trying to see what Corey's coming home. I'm trying to figure out Corey's coming home. Yes, we did do one on Mouse. My husband and I did you give me this new edition I have of Mouse now?
Yeah,
I bought it. Yeah, and Corey actually, he never read it before, so he read it. He was like, "This is really hard to read." I said, "Yeah, it is really hard to read. It's a very, very just emotionally a very tough read, but worth it and should be read." And people try to it.
And shouldn't be pulled from anywhere. It's a great read. True.
Yeah,
it's exactly. A true. John, were you asking like about the slipcases? This is something they did get back to me, and they asked, is it somebody that didn't get a slipcase or is wanting one? Are you wanting a slipcase? Is that what you want? Like a reprint of this wasted space slipcase? Let me know. Either email me or let me know in the comments now. Omar, has Marvel ever considered compendiums? I will say no. David hates them, so I don't think they consider them. Or reader, new reader, gone. Oh, that's a good one. And it requires no reading because you just look at the picture.
Can we save the chat? Like, can you see the chat after this is done?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was like, well, I'm not writing any of these down.
Old reader, new readers, exterminators, bomb breasty. Oh my gosh, that book is very It's funny because I don't know where I mentioned this. I was like, if that book had been written by Chris Claremont or a dude, like people would be so upset and like, oh man, those guys are perverts. But because it was written by Leah Williams, there's so many sexual jokes in that story that it gets a fly. And I don't know how I feel about that. Omar, we need a gallery edition of those first 12 issues of Micronauts. Oh, that would be so awesome. I don't think we've ever done Usagi Ojimbo.
I don't think so.
I can't remember if Maddie and I did the Goon Volume 1 or not. About old reader, new reader, Nice House on the Lake. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. My brother's got my copy right now because I pitched the idea to, or I told him we were out one day and I was telling him I had just read the story and it stuck with me. And he was like, later on, when we were coming back, he's like, what was that book you were talking about? And I was like, oh, Nice House on the Lake. And he was like, dude, can I borrow that? Because it sounds awesome. And he did. He still has it. So I need to get that back. Compendium equals not the Marvel way. Yes, exactly. Not the Marvel way. Slaughterhouse 5. Have they made a graphic novel, Slaughterhouse 5?
Slaughterhouse 5?
I have never interviewed Chuck Dixon. I've only met him at a show in the late 90s. Big fan of his writing. But I haven't kept up with Chuck Dixon. I don't even know what he's writing outside of like some mini series from time to time at Marvel and DC. Nothing like borrowing something and never returning it, which happens, man. But you know what I do? I keep the dust jackets, brother. I keep the dust jackets. Ooh, we did. Did we do Lazarus or did we do we did Fatale? I love Fatale.
Sure didn't do Lazarus.
And we did what was his? Did we do Lazarus? Maybe we did.
We've
been doing old reader, new reader since 2018. So we've done a lot of stories. And then I took a break.
Yes, we did Lazarus. Yes. I'm looking at I was like, yeah, we did that. 100%. Yeah, we did Lazarus.
There's our Oracle. James coming in. Old reader, new readers.
Thank you, James. Visit the link. That's old though. I mean, don't judge me by my hair or whatever I look like in that. That's old.
Don't judge you by your hair.
We did that in 2019 or something like that. That's like
probably
super old. Dang.
I put an order after you received the book or after your video, but have never received the book.
What, waste of space?
Through their Kickstarter. Because if you have, let me email me, okay, and I'll put you in touch with them. Whatever happened to the Christopher Priest 6-page preview of his Vampirella run? Did you post it? No, not yet. He sent me some amazing pictures, but one of them was a butt shot. So I love Christopher Priest, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and run this through Nick first, who owns Dynamite, and I'm just waiting for Nick to get back to me to run those. So look for them maybe tomorrow. Supergirl by Peter David. Look at Bar. Actually, maybe Bar, if you want to stay up till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time one day, you can join us on Old Reader, New Reader one day.
Yeah,
maybe you and Maddie. I know that it's so late for you though. Your collection is so big, I would lose so many books and never realize it. I always sense a disturbance in the force. Like when Amanda was borrowing my Invincible Planet. What was it that you borrowed? The
Invisible Planet.
Is that what it was
Invisible
called?
Kingdom. It was Invisible Kingdom.
Yeah. I was like, where's this book? Oh, and then I forgot that I let her borrow it.
Yeah.
Oh, Slaughterhouse 5 by Ryan North and Albert Montes from Archaea. Dude, I didn't know they made a graphic novel based on the book. I assume it's based on the book. Pirates are always after some booty.
They sure
Thank
are.
you for that, Sean. Oh, Last Ronin. That would be a good one. Melanie could actually do that one. She could join Maddie for that one. Omar, stop corrupting the innocent Barb. Oh, please. That woman, the thing she says in the AMAs, that's like 5 a.m. for Barb. Look, so she's already up. Yeah, you're good.
Some people get up that early.
Career woman now. The entire police force is counting.
Oh, wow.
Well, then you get up early, Barb.
Yeah.
I mean, are you dedicated to near mint condition or are you not?
No.
Feel the same in the basement. Or Reader, New Reader, Superman Up in the Sky. That's a good one. You're lucky I'm not force sensitive. Like Finn? Was Finn force sensitive?
Oh yeah, but nothing ever happened with that. He might have been force sensitive, but we'll never know.
We'll never know. Will we review Godzilla -1? Here's my review. Go and watch it. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
You will clap, you will smile, and you will cry. It is a freaking masterpiece, and I'm not even joking.
You know, you saw that the same weekend we saw The Boy and the Heron. I honestly wish I would have saw Godzilla -1.
We should have reviewed Godzilla 1. Boy and the Heron, it's such an artsy movie that
it is.
Doing a review of it is so difficult because it doesn't have a narrative. And it's hard to review movies like that when you're just not talking about the artsy style of it. And it is a beautiful movie. I really liked it, but I also like Dreams. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams is my favorite Kurosawa film, but I understand why a lot of people don't like it because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But to me, it makes perfect sense. It's like a fever dream. Cerebus. Dude, I'll be honest. I stopped reading Cerebus like halfway, about issue 100. I don't think I made it to 150. Bar's busy shooting Police Academy 8. Bar finally got invited. Open invitation, and she said, nope. All right, Bar, you had a shot. You blew it. All right, Melanie just got done, so I don't think she'll make it. So we got 6 minutes left.
Yeah,
baby here. The Marvel Universe Omnibus line dead. I mean, I know one is coming out in December, but still, the Marvel Universe. You mean the Marvel Universe by certain creators? No, those will always continue because I think a lot of people in the collected edition departments are usually fans, and when you see those, it's usually somebody's love project, right? Like they're like, oh, I don't want to map Spider-Man. Can we do an Arthur Adams book instead? I don't think those are dead. You'll always have those love projects. Bar is going to start arresting people for not reading Poison Ivy. Kurosawa is awesome. I think That's your basic first year grad student, right? Or first year college student. Are you a fan of the Kurosawa? Have you ever seen Seven Samurai? I'm gonna invite you on a stream. I know you won't be able to attend, you slacker. Is that the way you see me? We almost got Police Academy 8, but then many of the cast passed. Yeah, man, we go, man. Hightower, Tackleberry, Brooks. She passed away a couple years back. House is, I think he passed away. Who? We still have Gutenberg. Leslie Easterbrook has aged like a fine wine. What did I see her in recently? Greater, I think. And she's been in a lot of those Rob Zombie movies. Yeah, we don't have a lot of them left. Can't believe we shot down the book Melanie helped for in order to narrate. I know, just like that.
Just like that.
No Marvel team up omnibus yet. What is the NMC email? I got you, John. Look at that. I was ready. No, I wasn't. I lied. nearmycon@gmail.com. That's our email address. Shoot me an email. Let's see what's going on, and I'll get you in touch with the right people. Is there a collection of Alan Moore's DC's early stories? There is a collection. It's called the DC Universe by Alan Moore. It's available, I think, only in trade paperback and probably out of print. Saying Harley Quinn peaked in Mad Love is illegal, by the way. That's what I said. White Zombie is better than... This is really interesting take, Craig.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know or not, but I'm not going to be the one that tells you. Hello, both of you. Omar, restock happens only when items sell out quick, while reprint happens when it eventually sells out. Thought that when a distributor has no copies left, a reprint would happen. No, that's not the way it works. So a reprint is something that will have a different ISBN. A restock is, oh, these books went out of print or out of stock before they even came out to distribution. So we need to restock it quick. And we'll have the same ISBN. It gets a little tricky to know when. Not everything gets restocked. Usually it's because some fool on YouTube emails David and is like, hey, did you know Ultimate Spider-Man 3? And that's why pre-orders are always important. Why I push those, right? Because that lets them know what and how many to print. And the problem, I mentioned this last month, happens if there are damages. They won't reprint them. If they're like, and I'm just using this number, like if they only printed, let's just keep it in the hundreds to simplify it. 100 copies of Ultimate Spider-Man 3, and I know that's ridiculous. They printed a lot more, but I'm just keeping it simple. Of the standard edition cover, and then pre-orders were 25 for each of the two standards. More than likely, they'll probably print 50 of those, right? So let's just simplify and say they printed 50 of these direct market covers of each one, of both of them. When the distributor sends them out, or maybe even from the printing company, and they come damaged, those won't be reprinted. Like they will not restock them, even though they're damaged, because those books are done. They've already paid for them. They're out in distribution. And let's say 15 of the 25 are damaged, and they printed 50. So you kind of do the math. So yeah, pre-orders important. That's why. Why is there no Marvel Team Up Epics anyway? I thought there were. Or no, Marvel 2-in-1. 2-in-1 is what's coming out. I don't know. 3 years ago, I was supposed to announce a volume 1 of that, but never happened. Omar, I'm glad you announced Secret Wars 2015. I assume if they do a companion, do you think the companion would contain certain war stories, issues, and what would you like in the companion? The entire thing, Richard. And yes, it would. Amanda is hairstylist mode. Are you hairstyling?
Yeah, hair's bothering the crap out of me. When we're done, I've got to fix it.
Looks good. Melanie just texted me a picture of her hair, and it looks good. It looks good.
Good.
Like Spider-Man 2099 Omnibus was restocked. Yes, because I had emailed David that the book was out of print fast. So they restocked and when they restock, they only restock the standard edition cover. That's what it looks like they're doing from now on. Omar, did you ever get the Target? No, I need to get that. I need to do some Christmas shopping, honestly. Omar, I heard you did an Ask Me Anything session last night. I did. Is that true? I can't seem to find it on your page. How would someone such as I go about finding and possibly attending such a thing? Thank you for that. New Spooky channel. Yeah, we do have a Patreon. It starts at $1 a month, and there's $5 tier, $7.77, $10, and then the $35 one-on-ones, which are sold out right now. And that's the link is in the description of the video. Have I read the Miracle Man Omnibus? Is it any good? It's one of my favorites, man. I love Miracle Man. Marvel Man. Dude, what's up, Trumbo? I haven't seen you for a minute. Marvel Team Up. I haven't heard of a Marvel Team Up Omnibus. Now, the Epic, like I said, was one of the books I was going to announce 3 years ago, but it kind of fell off the schedule. So I'll remind him of that. What's your favorite A24 film?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a great film. It's one of my favorites.
I think the Oscars would agree with you.
They do. Yeah, I think they would agree with me.
What did you like, Marcel?
Oh, no, I did not like. Well, no, I did see it, actually. What else? Oh,
I saw it on the flight back from Japan. I wasn't a fan.
Stop, Landry.
Talk to Me was pretty good. Or Minari. Minari was good. I like Minari.
I liked Lady Bird. That was an A24 film. Maybe not the scary movies because I don't.
Yeah, you're not a fan of the scary movies.
Yes.
So yeah, probably those.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the explanation. Do companies like Marvel and DC take a loss for damaged copies? Yeah. I mean, that has to come out of somewhere, right? Either the printer, and they work out some kind of deal, and of course the publisher has to take a loss at that. Yeah. Much love back to you, buddy. I will always remember you. Talk to Me was a great A24. Okay, so it was A24.
Yeah.
What's up, man? And the Batman Heavy Metal Omnibus get delayed. It is not in January. I think it's in February next year or March, maybe.
In a second, baby.
We're in overtime. Okay. So
Yeah.
everybody, thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. They're based out of the US here. And a big thank you to my two wonderful co-hosts that came in at the last minute. This young lady right now, Adjectiveless Alicia, and that young lady over there. And who are you, young lady?
The amazing Amanda.
Okay. When can we catch you on Near Mint Condition?
Usually every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live, which you can, well, actually, this week technically you could also
3 times this week.
Yeah, 3 times. So Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing Over a New Year for Deceased, and then Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live, we are doing Lord of the Rings trilogy. Wasn't really that good, which is maybe an excuse for us just to talk about those films. And then Friday, I don't know exactly the time, probably be 8 p.m. as well. We're going to do a review of Aquaman 2. Real excited for that one.
There you go. So make sure you are following our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And no word on Batman by Tom King. Everybody stay healthy and safe. Thank you for joining us. Sign us off, Amanda. Do it in your classy style.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at nearmint.com. Remember to check us out on Spreadshop for some great Near Mint Condition merchandise, and also check us out on Patreon. For $1 a month or more, you can support us here in what we do and get some great perks along the way. And last but not least, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint. Good journey until all are one.
Beautiful. All right.